Hey everybody, Jamin here again, and I am really excited to introduce you to two of my friends, Josh and Maria Hart, who are going to share a little bit about their experience with the Every Child Initiative. Josh and Maria have two kids. They are a part of our Gateway campus, an integral part of our Gateway campus, and have recently stepped into foster care. And so we've asked them to just share a little bit about their story. And so I'm super thankful. So Josh and Maria, welcome to this conversation.
Hey,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Yeah, and I feel like what people should know is that Josh is from Canada. So whatever he says, just see it through the lens of Canada. We love Canada. So, hey, Josh and Maria, why don't you tell us a little bit about your story? What got you into doing foster care?
Yeah, I think it was the end of last year. We felt called that we were supposed to move out of the house we were living in Cape Coral, and we weren't sure why or what purpose or where. And so we were challenged by Adam to just pray about it. And so we actually did a month where we prayed. We fasted on Mondays and just prayed through it. And we both had it on our hearts to the desire to upsize our house, basically get an extra bedroom, specifically for the purpose of helping kids in need. At the time, we weren't on the same page. Maria wanted to adopt a baby, and I felt called to foster care. And I think just over a time of waiting and continued to prayer, and as we I guess were shopping for houses, we both kind of settled on the fact that we wanted to try out foster care, and then it happened.
Here you are.
Yeah.
How about you, Maria?
Yeah, I can echo a lot of what Josh said. There was just this inkling in our hearts. I don't know, just we both felt this call, but we didn't really talk about it. And then one day, I don't even remember which one of us brought it up, but one of us brought it up and we're like, me too. And we're just like, wow, that's crazy. That's been both of our hearts. So why don't we just step into this? And a lot of it had to do, where we were living and just getting a bigger place to equip us with that. And I felt like it was only, I don't even know how many weeks we were in the house and we already had kids in it. So it was crazy how fast it all happened.
That's awesome. How old are your bio kids again?
10 and 8.
10 and 8. So, a question a lot of people have a lot of times is this good for my kids? And so I think it's interesting even just to be able to note how old your kids are. And I know that there's probably wonderful things they're going through. And also, I'm sure it's been hard at times, which makes total sense. What are some ways that you have seen God kind of show up in this story? How's he putting himself on display?
Speaking of our kids and how they're affected, I've seen how God has worked in their lives to be able to be open to kids in the home. And it's been hard for them as well. So there's been growth in that. And for myself personally, there's been a huge, I think, enlarging of my own heart, not just for the foster kids, the new kids we have in our home, but even for my own kids. I've been able to engage with them in a different way than I have before, as they deal with the hardness, the toughness that foster care brings into a house, in a really good way, Good.
How about you, Maria?
So for me, twofold, just thinking one is just the utter dependence on the church and just what a blessing that has been to us. We've never needed the church in a way like we do now. Just when a kid shows up at your house and they don't have much, and just the outpouring of love and care that our church body has shown to us in this time is just crazy. It's just a blessing I don't think we ever would have experienced if we didn't step into this. And just one example is our placement we have right now came to us on a Saturday really late at night. And by Sunday morning at church, there was stuff waiting there. There were people calling. It was just crazy. Just not even 12 hours later. People were showing up. And it just such a huge blessing to us. And the second thing I would definitely say is we had these parameters with age when we first started this, and we had a respite case right out the get-go that didn't meet our criteria. We just wanted to say yes. But that was a huge blessing, and it also, I guess, stretched us too into thinking what you go into thinking one thing and the Lord can totally do something else, which that's how he works anyways. We have our plans, but he has his plans. So That's also another thing.
I love that. So you all are licensed through One More Child, right? Which is one of our Every Child Initiative partners. And I'd love in a second for you to tell us maybe just what's the next step that someone could take if the Lord was just kind of stirring in their heart about foster care. But let me just say real quick. So foster care, for those that aren't really aware, it's a temporary placement where a child is placed into a home because they're either experiencing neglect or abuse or something in the home that the Department of Children and Families feels like they need to be removed. And so foster families really just step in a really pivotal time in the life of a child to be able to love them, provide a safe place for them, to care for them until, Lord willing, they're able to go back to their home, or if the Lord has something else for them. So it's a wonderful, wonderful way to serve the Lord and to serve our community. And recently we heard that One More Child, our partner that we do partner with, they get at least probably around 12 to 15 calls a day. That's in Southwest Florida alone, just for a child that needs to be placed. And they're just one of the foster agencies in Southwest Florida. And so the need is great. So Josh and Maria, what's the next step that someone could take if they felt like the Lord was kind of nudging them in this direction?
If you're part of Summit, you probably know 3 or 4 families, I'm sure minimally, that are doing foster care or involved in some way or another. I would encourage you to take them out to dinner, sit down, ask them questions. And also One More Child runs their informational, sales pitch, you might call it, pretty frequently. And that for us was very, very informative, helped us understand the next steps, helped us understand, the ability to set parameters like age-wise, like Maria was talking about. Just answered all those kind of logistical questions. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So just signing up for one of those informational meetings, that doesn't mean you're signing up to get a child in your home, right?
Nope.
No.
Awesome. That's cool. Hey, thanks so much for sharing your story. We love you guys. Super proud of you for the way that you stepped into this. Not easy. And there's some ups, but there's also some downs. And you guys are navigating it through it in a really faithful way. So just know that we're proud of you and thankful for your example. Folks, for those of you watching here, if you're interested in foster care or maybe hearing a little bit more about it, I'd encourage you to join us for our live stream on Global Orphan Sunday on the evening of November the 8th, where we will be talking a little bit more about these things, introducing you to our partners, and giving you opportunities to take the next step. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.